Hello, 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 hello. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBae. I am MovieBae, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review over Big Brother 26, season 26, episodes 1 and 2, so the premiere episodes. But before we get into that, let me check my sound real quick because y'all know I'm good for talking and can't nobody hear me. All right, big bit. But before we get into that, hello. If you are new to my YouTube channel, my name is MovieBae. Here on MovieBae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that is the type of content you like, you might as well stick around and hit the subscribe button. Now, you are here for a competition reality show. I got a whole playlist about it. Okay, I got The Traders US. I have The Circle. I have Love Island. I have all types of reality competition shows, new and throwback. Like it even goes back to Flavor of Love days. Okay, I Love Money coming soon. So if you are into reality competition shows, this is the channel for you to subscribe to. Okay, and of course I also offer lots of different things. I am MovieBae, so I also review new and throwback movies as well. But before we go down the rabbit hole, let's get into what we actually came here for. We are here to talk Big Brother 26. All right. Now, this is going to be my first season reviewing Big Brother. Don't leave. I did Big Brother 25, but I did kind of like a season review, like after the season was over. But I mean, like, this is my first Big Brother review episodically. So we gonna see how that goes. We're gonna see how that goes, especially because their recording schedule or their airing schedule is crazy cuckoo. Like Wednesday, Thursday, and Sundays. When am I supposed to do a video? When am I supposed to do a video for that? So I'm aiming for Fridays. If anything else changes, I'll keep y'all updated. I'll let y'all know. Now, I was going to do a cast reveal video, but I did not do that. So we're just going to do a review over episodes 1 and 2. And of course, y'all know that the cast this was a split premiere, double premiere, and half of the cast was introduced on one episode. The other cast was introduced on the other episode. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, we're going to do a quick rundown of all of our players that were introduced on episode 1. We have Rubiana. Oh, and my thoughts about them. Rubiana, she's from LA. She's a bartender. 4'9". I think that's technically dwarfism. And I'm not saying that to be like shady or whatever, but like my mom is 4'11". And my grandmother, her mom is 4'9". And I think I Googled it once upon a time. So it's either 4'8" or 4'9". But regardless, she's a tiny, tiny little woman and a firecracker at that. She says that she does not like bossy people and she does not like being mansplained. Girl, who does? Who does? Next, we have Cam. He's 25 from Maryland. He used to play in the CFL. That's the Canadian Football League, if y'all didn't know. And he is now into physical therapy. I like Cam. His mother passed at a young age, so he was raised by his father. Cam seems very humble. So that's what I like about Cam. So we'll see how far does his athleticism and his humility gets him in this show. Next, we have Mackenzie. She's a construction manager. I wrote that she played volleyball because I play volleyball. So, okay. She's open to a showmance. I don't see that for her, honestly. I know, right? Like if you've been watching the feeds, you kind of think otherwise, but I just really don't see that for her because she is so competitive. And then on top of that, just like her background, if that makes sense, like working with the family business, she's in a male-dominated industry. Like I just don't see showmance for her for real. Like I don't even think she sees that for her for real. But we'll see. Joseph, he's 30. He is from Tampa and he's a video store clerk. If y'all see me looking to the side, I'm looking at my notes. Okay. He is a BB super fan, plays poker, says that he will be very strategic. Okay. Now we can go one or two ways with Mr. Joseph here. He can either be so strategic that he out strategics himself and he gets put out. or he's like the low-key strategic that will get him very far in the game. I low-key like Joseph. I'm probably gonna call him Joe. Because in his little introduction segment, he was running like Baywatch on the beach and then started breathing hard because he was out of breath. I thought that was funny. So he got a little comedic flair to him. We like Joseph. Next, we have Angela, who's a real estate agent, and she says she's not a regular mom. She's a cool mom. She's a BB fan. I honestly think that these are my first impressions. I honestly think that she's just here for the experience, but she says that she is going to play nice. She's going to play house mom and stab anybody in the back that she needs to stab in the back. Okay. That's what everybody says. Everybody says that they're going to act one way and then stab people in the back. I feel like if you are on a competition reality show, you already know not to take people at face value. I mean, to only take people at face value. How does the saying go? Don't trust everything you see. Somebody always planting and plotting on you, period. Next, we have Chelsea, who's a nonprofit director. She's a team mentor. She says she's half hood, half holy, and she's very competitive, and she is willing to put her morals to the side to play the big brother game. Immediately, I thought, Dan. Yeah, I know Dan. I was thinking him because of the putting your morals to the side to play the game. So we'll see how far that gets Chelsea. I don't know. Like, in my personal opinion, like if your morals are that strong, you don't need to be playing these type of games where you have to lie and do people dirty. You know what I'm saying? And then lastly, in this cast, we have Tucker, who's very outdoorsy, very competitive. He says he is open for a showman. I like Tucker. His backstory says that his father came. And now I skipped chemo. My bad. His father came out as gay when he was in high school, so that kind of like ostracized him and his family. So I feel like he would have a good connection with Chemo. Well, let me get to him, who is a native Hawaiian. He said he got into Big Brother because he watched it with his big brother, who has now passed away. And his brother was really accepting of his queerness. He is also a super fan, and he wants to be underestimated. I can see that for you. Chemo sounds not right. Chemo, help me out, y'all. So now, like I said, it's not going to be a recap for real. It's going to be more so of a review. So hopefully y'all are okay with that. Let's get into the game. All right, so they have a chance to vote in a 17th player named Ainsley. Okay, a majority rules. Well, with the majority rules, like it has to be 5-3 in order for Ainsley to get into the game. Okay, that is what they are told. So they get to watch a video of her asking to join the game, why she should join the game, and she says these specific words: "I can totally help your game this summer. Break my heart, and you will regret it." Okay, so now they get a chance to vote anonymously. Everybody who said no is Cam. Cam says that they have nothing in common, so he doesn't think that she'll be a good ally. Tucker says no. Chemo says no. Chelsea says she doesn't want any more people in the game, that she's going to have to work hard to get out. Now, the people who say yes are Angela. Angela says yes because Ainsley seems like an attention seeker, so the attention could be on her while Angela plays low-key. Rubiana says she just doesn't want to deny another person of the opportunity that she was blessed with. I thought that was super nice, Rubiana. MK and Joseph, I call Mackenzie MK. I know she's going by MJ in the house. So if y'all hear me intertwine or interchange MK and MJ, y'all know we talk about Mackenzie. Mackenzie and Joseph both also say yes. Now, what would y'all have done? That's what I want to know. Because on one end, I'm kind of like Rubiana. Like, I don't want to deny anybody the opportunity to get to play the game. And then on the other hand, I'm like, this is Big Brother. We voted in another cast member. It has to be a catch to this. So something in me is kind of like, I probably would have voted yes, just because I feel like this got to be like a test for real. You know what I'm saying? And of course it was. So Ainsley was revealed to be the BBAI and has been programmed to control the game this summer. I hate it. And I know fans hate it too, because in my opinion, BBAI programmed to control the game. Oh, okay. Production. That's what that's giving. Production. production heavily produced season. We are already turned off by this. And especially a slight spoiler, but y'all, I'm gonna be talking about the episode as if y'all have already watched it. Okay, so y'all already know, like, Julie was saying that Ainsley is gonna change might have chances to change nominations. Somebody might go home, but rules are being changed and all type of stuff like that. I'm like, it's just too much happening. It's just too much already being planned to happen with this Ainsley thing. Okay, not here for it. All right, so now Ainsley said that if you don't vote me in the house, you will regret it. And if you do vote me in the house, I can help your game. So all the people who voted yes get to compete for an upgrade to their personal game in an upgrade power competition. And the people that voted no will compete to not get a downgrade to their competition. To their game, basically. So episode 1, the upgrade game, is called Color Calibration. And basically they have to spin around and memorize a color sequence pattern. In my head, I was like, this is so hard. I always try to do the challenges with them, like if they're like a mental type, memory type thing. And when I tell you, I remember just about as much as Mackenzie did, but you know, she ended up winning the competition, so that was good for her. Angela, on the other hand, she was so dizzy, that she spent a majority of her time trying to catch her balance and only got to put in like 2 colors. So Mackenzie wins the upgrade for this first group of people. Now the downgrade, super easy. They definitely should have kind of like switched these, in my opinion, because the downgrade is they had to stick their head in a box full of creepy crawlers. But I mean, in the code, an emotion of fear or whatever. Now the box had like a protection glass, so when they stuck their head in it, they weren't even touching any of the creepy crawlies. So I was like, that defeated the purpose. I mean, me personally, because I'm afraid of spiders and scorpions and snakes and everything that they had in there, I probably would have stuck my head in and did a little you know what I'm saying? But when I realized they can't get to me, I would have been chilling. So when it comes to that competition, Cam literally was jogging and had the best time at like 45 seconds. Now, Chelsea, on the other hand, our half hood, half holy Chelsea, yeah, she finishes in a good time. But she forgot to plug in the cord before she hits the button. It's like, girl, listen to the directions. That was a minor slip that cost her the entire challenge. So Chelsea ends up getting the downgrade for this group. Now, Tucker would have had the downgrade because he had the worst time at like a minute. I think it was like a little over a minute. And Chelsea was probably a little under a minute if she had plugged in that cord and hit that buzzer. So those little minute details y'all need to pay attention to, and that ultimately caused her to get the downgrade. Now, episode 2, same premise, different characters. All right, so let's go ahead and meet this cast. This cast, I put on my note, I said they are the sob story cast, and I say that with all due respect. But everybody mentioned in the second half of the premiere, oh, hold on, let me change my slide. Everybody mentioned on the second half of this premiere had a very tear-jerking type story where somebody passed away or they grew up poor. Yeah. But granted, I low-key liked, I don't know. We'll get into that at the end. Okay, so here we go. Quinn is a nurse recruiter, collegiate soccer, and he played collegiate soccer and track. He's funny. I'm gonna call him my short king. BB super fan. He even has his own zing bot that does zings. Quinn is honestly my preseason winner because he is kind of like the little quirky kid, but he's like low-key an athlete. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he can do all types of challenges, and he's just like cool enough and charismatic enough to get along with everybody and kind of fly under the radar. So right now, Quinn is my preseason winner along with Mackenzie. But we'll get into that after I'm done with this episode too. We'll get a little bit more into that. Now, we have Brooklyn. She is from Dallas, period. So it's like I kind of already inadvertently want to root for her. She's a business admin, pageant coach, super competitive. And she says it's good to be classy, sassy, and a little bit badassy. I have that hanging up as an air freshener in my car. I like Brooklyn. Like I said, I'm kind of a little bit biased because she's from where I'm from. Well, she says she's from far north Dallas, Texas. So I was like, for her to put that little sprinkle in there, it says a little bit about Miss Brooklyn. If you're from Dallas, you already know. So, you know, she wants to make it known, baby. I'm not from the hood. From far north Dallas. Woo! All right. So next we have Matt. He's into outdoors. He's Filipino and white. I liked his story because he stated that growing up, he realized that he was different and he was trying to conform to, I guess, other people and their cultures. But as he got older, he realized that he needs to embrace his culture. And I thought that was dope. A lot of biracial people go through that, I feel like. He's a gentleman. He's a lover boy. He's definitely going to be here for the showmances in my personal. Lisa is a celebrity chef. She owns her own catering company. I'm not feeling Lisa. Initially, I really wasn't. I tried to watch like the Meet the Cast interviews, but I was kind of really bored. So I was like, I'll just wait till the season premieres. And I'm still not feeling Lisa. She seems fake. And I put in my notes, but that could just be California. And that's no shade to anybody from California. But I just feel like something about her, like even when she was interacting with her friends, it was kind of like, yeah, like totally, like, aren't I the best? Like, of course I am. Like, it's a vibe. Like, oh, and she's like my age. She looks way older. No shade, Lisa. Stay out the sun, girl. It is not helping. Now we got Leah. Leah wants to be seen as the typical dumb blonde, but she's actually smart. She owns her own underwear company. And she says she can't believe that any guys win Big Brother because they are so easy to manipulate. And she's also the self-proclaimed chubby chaser. So I think Leah, I don't know. It's like I want to say she would get far because let's be honest, if you attach yourself to a man or a girl, like in a showman's in these shows, I feel like they last longer than they should. The first hint of a showman's, I'm breaking y'all up, period. We have Cedric. Cedric is a former Marines intelligence analyzer. He's 21. He's the baby of the group. Raised by his grandmother, so he wants to give back to her. He wants to play dumb and naive. I low-key like him. Initially, I was like, Cedric's going to be the first out. He's young. He's a young kid. Get him out of here. You know, he's going to play too hard, too fast. That was my first initial impression of Cedric. But seeing his package, I was like, his introductory package. I was like, you know what? I like him. I liked his confessionals, his energy in the diary room. I like Cedric, and I low-key want him to stick around. We have Takor, crochet business owner. She's been seen everywhere. Magazines. Michelle Obama gave her a shout out on BET. Kelly Clarkson show. Boom. So this ain't no hobby for her. This is business. Crochet is life for her. And she is the queen of the nerds. I think Takor, because I know it's like not T-Core, it's like kind of all together. She might do okay. I feel like she might coast for a while, or people might get her out or put her up as a pawn because she's so nice. She seems like she's so nice anyways. And lastly, we have Kenny, who is a former undercover agent, current sergeant. He says he's not going to tell people his career in the Big Brother house. What's up with all these undercover agents or undercover police officers looking like undercover police officers? Like if y'all watched, oh my God, The Mole on Netflix, the person who was the mole was an undercover cop, and it was given undercover cop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all need to do better choosing y'all undercover police officers. I'm just saying. It's not giving Stabler. He's close to Stabler, but he's not giving Stabler. He started watching Big Brother to impress his current wife. And he says that he's going to go in and play the dad role. And I said, no, Kenny, the dad role never wins. The dad role never wins. It might get you to pre-jury stage, but please come in with a different game plan. Now, of course, like I said, they have the same premise. They have the same challenge. They get to vote in a 17th house guest. In this group, only 2 people voted yes. I said, oh, this is that ruthless group. Quinn and Leah vote in yes, because Leah says if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Another body isn't going to stop my opportunity. Everybody else says no. Matt specifically says that he's not buying what Ainsley is saying. But I was like, Matt, if you would have dug a little bit deeper into that, it would have swayed your vote to be yes. But he didn't. So the upgrade and downgrade challenge for this episode was harder than the one from episode 1. The upgrade challenge, they had to plug in outlets into the correct socket while the room is teeter-tottering like grease. Like, you don't want to know why? You are the one now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what they was doing. They was rocking back and forth, bouncing from wall to wall. Okay. It was kind of funny because they was really running into the walls. But Quinn is the one who wins the upgrade for this challenge. Now, with the downgrade challenge, this challenge was so funny to me. Yesterday, I was not having a good day. I was really down. And I watched this challenge. I watched this challenge. It just cracked me up. I was crying laughing. So they had to do, it was called facial recognition. They had to move a plate through a maze into 3 different slots. Whoever has the most plates in the fastest amount of time wins. They could not use their hands. They had to use their face. So they were all looking crazy while trying to do this challenge. Yeah, this challenge really made me happy. I rewatched just this challenge alone 3 times. So anyways, oh boy. Cedric came in last with having 2 discs in under 30 seconds. And the crazy part is he almost won this entire competition because right when the timer went off, he was about to get his 3rd disc into the 3rd slot. I personally feel like I honestly would have been Cedric in this case because I was thinking to move it with your forehead. Facial recognition, you're usually looking at your phone, move it with your forehead. But Cedric was doing the same thing, but it kept slipping because your forehead is not a big enough surface for that disc in order to move it through the maze. So I low-key would have been Cedric. But eventually he ended up using the side of his face, which is why he ended up picking up his pace and almost got that 3rd disc, but he did not. Just like with Chelsea on episode 1, just that little slip, that minor mess up cost them the downgrade. So all the cast comes together and Julie comes on and says that the upgrades will not be revealed publicly, but they will be notified privately. And we know that is Mackenzie and Quinn. They will get a privilege, and the cast doesn't know this, but we know this. They get to either have a deep fake HOH. Don't know what that is. I'm thinking that it's either going to be like somebody take over somebody else's HOH reign, or I don't know. And then they have America's veto. So that one kind of seems self-explanatory. Like, I wouldn't want to use it though. Giving America the chance to veto one of the nominees, I would not want to use that. I'm not even gonna hold you. We don't know how they're going to get this upgrade. It's probably going to be like a guessing game, a game of chance or something like that. Or it might be an extra competition. Now the downgrades. Cedric and Chelsea. 2 people I did not want to go home have the downgrades. And when I tell you their game has been downgraded, they really tried to put these people out of the game. They have been downgraded from players to, what did she say, BB mascots. So they cannot play in the HOH. They cannot play for the power of veto. They can't even vote for who gets to leave the house. They literally just have to walk around the house. No, but we know that because they have these downgrades, they are really going to have to get out of this bind by being super, super social. I'm not surprised if they hop into some alliances in order to save their skins. But because honestly, I feel like if history, if previous seasons, say anything, that these people have downgrades, so they will be easy pickings for nominees for the block. Easy. And they really can't do anything to get themselves off. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see if Cedric and Chelsea will be able to fly under the radar and or somebody else mess up their own personal game and get the attention off of them so they won't be easy targets. But right now they are sitting ducks. So Julie states that they'll be back on Sunday. Wednesday will be the veto competition. Thursday will be the eviction night. As of right now, I'm trying to exclude the live feeds because I did look at a couple hours of the live feeds. Just excluding the live feeds. Right now, I told y'all Quinn is my preseason winner. Anybody who voted yes with Ainsley, because they're using a different type of BB game strategy, honestly. So Quinn, Leah, who else voted yes, y'all? Quinn, Leah, I'm sorry, hold on. Angela, Rubiana, MK, and Joseph. I feel like they turned their brain on like, this is Big Brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here for Quinn. I'm here for Mackenzie. I can low-key see Rubiana and Joseph too, low-key. Now, like I stated, this is the end of the review for the premiere episodes of 1 and 2. However, I did watch a couple of hours of the live feeds. So let's talk about what's been going on the live feeds. Damn, I should have wrote that down in my notes because I might forget something. But so if you don't want spoilers, if you just want to watch the show as it is, am I lagging? I see my lips lagging on camera. Well, if you are not interested in the behind the scenes, now is your chance to leave the video. But before you do that, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and of course, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Now we're about to get into some of the tea that have gathered from the live feeds. So HOH has been crowned, and the first HOH of BB26 is the cool mom, not the regular mom, Miss Angela. I wonder what the competition was. Not saying that, she's old and she can't do anything. I just want to know, a lot of the BB fans talk about the equitable competitions and must have been. All right. So Miss Angela is the HOH for the first HOH for this season. She is considering putting up people who haven't been social around the house. Granted, they are day 3, day 4 in there, day 3 in there. So I personally feel like this is a poo-poo cop-out nominee choice. But other players are saying, and then she did confirm on one of these other feeds later in the day that I'm looking for their name, y'all. Chemo, Kenny, and Lisa, because they are kind of to themselves and not really socializing. And then Kenny, they say with Kenny specifically, he will gravitate to big crowds of people, but he never really talks. I personally feel like nominating people who are a little bit shy or closed off initially is messed up, because this is a new situation. It's a competition show, but it's a social experiment as well. And they just got to get used to being amongst 15 other people. Like, I was watching the live feeds and they were all in the kitchen, not all, but a lot of people were in the kitchen having like 10 different conversations. Like, that would be overwhelming to me. Why are so many people talking? So I would probably isolate myself a lot because it's just too much going on. It's too many different conversations. So I think that's a cop out and not a good reason to nominate people. And I also think that Angela, because it's been made known, or even Kenny thinks that he's going to be up on the block too, because, you know, he said he's just kind of picking up on the vibes, that it will be a disservice to Angela in her game, in my personal opinion, to get out a fellow older player. I feel like Angela should be trying to align with the older players, not get them out, but she's looking at them as like direct competition. So now that we know that, like I said, because I see people coming in and out, we are into the live feeds now. So if you don't want any spoilers, come back, watch the replay game up until the 30-minute mark. Now that Angela is HOH, she's making kind of some enemies. Mackenzie was talking Cash Money-ish about Angela in the bathroom to Chelsea was in there, Rubiana was in there, and Brooklyn was like in the shower. So I don't know, but Mackenzie and Chelsea seem cool with each other. And she was talking about how Angela is a threat and we need to get Angela out sooner rather than later. Another conversation that I saw was between Cedric and Joseph. Cedric, I told y'all that he might be an early out because he's young. He might play too hard, too fast. And I got a different vibe on the edit show, but like watching the live feeds, I'm like, Cedric, you doing too much. Stop talking. He seems smart. His gameplay seems smart, really analytical. And he's only talking to Joseph about this, but you know, it's like day 3. Everybody's trying to start forming alliances and things like that. And I just feel like he was talking a lot. I guess he really, really trusts Joseph, but I feel like he was talking a lot, and not even just about who he would be considering being in an alliance with, but just like analytically too. Like, if we do this, then you can't do this, and if you do this, then people would, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be previewed on the season, on the episode, because that was a pretty in-depth conversation. Now, one of the last conversations that I saw was this pantry conversation. And if you, I'm pretty sure everybody's talking about it. However, the pantry conversation led by Matt was in there. Quinn was in there. Chelsea was in there. Mackenzie was in there. Leah came in later. But they were, first off, these people can whisper. When I tell you, I had my TV volume on 50 and I could still barely hear them. I'm like, how do they have on microphones and I still can't hear what they saying? So I'm gonna tell y'all what I could make out. Okay. Matt, Quinn, Mackenzie, Chelsea, they all like each other. Matt talks a lot. Matt was talking crap about Tucker because he said Tucker came to him saying, you know, I kind of wanted to pull a little nerd along with me to the final 2, but I think the big guys got to take it. Right. So Tucker wants a final 2 with Matt. However, Matt, like I said, he running behind Tucker back talking ish. So yeah, what else did they talk about? They started like something like an alliance in there. And then Matt said he also wanted to include Joseph into a 6-person alliance. So Matt, Mackenzie, Quinn, Chelsea, Joseph. Oh, I guess it's only 5 people. I think that's it. Yeah. And then the last thing I noticed, here's the 6th person. When Leah came in, they kind of stopped talking and changed the subject. Started talking about like band and stuff, but they ended up involving Leah in the loop because I think Leah and Quinn are cool, if I'm not mistaken. So that's all I learned and saw on the live feeds. Live feeds are on right now, but everybody still got like their house robes and bonnets on, so I don't know what's really happening right now. Um, with that being said, I can't wait till Sunday, especially because I went to sleep listening to, because sometimes they just getting to know each other and then sometimes they talking game. So it was like, y'all already know the live feeds were delayed. It was probably like 2 or 3 o'clock my time when it came on. So I did not stay up long. But that's all I've gathered thus far. Be sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my Big Brother 26 reviews. If I gather live feed tea, I will include the live feed tea that I've gathered. But life is about to pick up for me as well, so I can't just sit around watching people sit around. Sorry. There's lots of other channels on YouTube that will give you the live feeds. I know Kayla, I think it's Kayla Fro. I think that's her name. I'll put her link in my description box because I know she does live feeds specifically. And what's that other guy name? I think his name is Ori. He also does live feed streams specifically. So if you come to me for the review, you can go to them for the live feeds if I miss it. Okay. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Who is your preseason winner right now? What do you think? I also, even though Kenny thinks he's gonna go up on the block, I don't want Kenny to go home. Especially because just looking at this live feed, he made me sad because he was just like sitting there, and I know he was thinking about it, like, how can I get out of this? Because even Takor, yeah, I saw this part 2 this morning. Takor came in and talked to Kenny about, you know, his position in the house, and that's when he said he feels like he's going to be up on the block. And Takor was like, you know, she too has been slow to open up to people, so today is the day where they really need to start talking and socializing with people. Yeah. As of the live feeds, it looks like Cedric and Chelsea might both be safe because other people are on the HOH's radar. On top of Mackenzie is talking ish about the HOH, and Matt talks a lot. So if anybody goes back and tell Angela this information, I'm pretty sure that her nominees will change. Thank y'all so much again for tuning in. I will see y'all next time. Bye.